Hi guys, in today's how-to video, I want to give you a quick tip on how you can improve efficiency and time for running and moving on stages. There's a lot of information out there that explains the most efficient way of moving for a human body, and the essence and the key is that if you need to run in and move into any particular direction in the most optimal and the fastest way possible, the importance is to make sure that your hips are actually oriented in the direction that you want to go. So if I want to run, in this case, down range, I'm not gonna turn my hips and run like this, but I'm gonna make sure that my hips are directed in the direction I want to go. So I'm gonna run like this. This is the most efficient and most natural way of movement for a human being. Now, if we translate this back, for example, because running downrange is not so much of an issue, but for example, running uprange already poses more difficulties, especially because we need to control the direction of our muzzle. And if we need to run uprange, the same principle actually applies. If we want to be efficient, especially if we want to cover longer distances, the most optimal way to do that is to make sure that the hips are directed in the way we want to go, as follows. So we just engaged a target. I'm gonna drag my gun behind me, especially if I have targets on my right hand side. But the most important thing is I'm gonna make sure that my hips are pointed in direction I want to go. So I'm gonna run like this. I'm not gonna run like that with my hips actually sideways. This is a suboptimal way of movement during and on stages. So the same thing, if we need to move from the right to the left, we're not gonna do it like this because this is not optimal, especially if we don't need to engage targets. If we want to move from the right to the left, again, we're gonna make sure that our muzzle is in the downrange area. We're gonna point our hips in the direction we need to go, and this is how we actually will run. The same principle applies if we want to run from the left to the right. We will bring up our gun so that we can see what's going on and also make sure that we control our muzzle direction. Again, hips pointed in the direction we need to go. So I'm not gonna turn them, but I'm gonna keep them straight into the direction we need to go. This is the most optimal way of movement on a stage, especially if you want to cover longer distances.